and welcome to the Unofficial Controller Podcast, your weekly gaming podcast, episode 192, your number one weekly gaming podcast. That's what I've called it. It's not me repeating myself. I'm calling this episode that. With me, George, and this week joined by Bobby.
Right,
He's
baby.
the weekly gaming show to my I might appear as and when I feel like it. How's it going, sir?
It's going good, man. Can't complain.
After last week's heartfelt episode, I felt like an endoscope myself. I felt like I'd been poured down your throat, pulled out, just avoided the gag reflex.
Yeah.
I'm not really that well acquainted to that.
Oh, man, it's horrible.
And then I thought, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump on a plane, get over there. We're sat here in Tom's old apartment. Tom's giving it to the show, which is very generous of him. He must have been confused or drunk because that's not in his character at all. We had a catch up with him a week ago, maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks ago now. I lose track of all time. And I find you've rented the bottom half of his studio apartment out to a dance studio.
Yeah. The music is good, but the hours are weird. So it kind of throws you off, you know?
Do you ever...
I find it when it's the most quiet when that's when they start blasting music.
Okay. Do you ever stand in the sort of atrium and look down and,
all the time.
Watch a load of guys in Lycra?
All the time. It's the best feeling. It's one of the best visuals you're ever going to see in this world.
Well, I tell you what, it does me good to be back in the city that doesn't sleep. Obviously, we lived here for a little bit in series 2 or 3, I forget now. And they were good times. Obviously, we had the taxi man. I think he was Dave. I can't even remember anymore.
It was Dave.
Dave. How's he doing?
He's all right, man. He's doing taxis now.
When this episode finishes, one thing I do want to do is I want to get you in Dave's taxi. It's not a fake taxi, it's a real one. Me and you go down Trestles, our old stomping ground.
That's it.
You kind of fresh off a Thanksgiving weekend. I'm thinking we could just spend the afternoon in there just working through the menu.
100%.
Are you up for that?
100%.
Well, then let's get this show on the road because all I want to do is feast on some sort of cooked pig leg. So, it's been a while.
It has.
But I think the question on everyone's lips, including mine, is, what have you been playing?
I'm going to rant a little bit.
Okay.
So, Diablo 4. Okay? Forget about my stuff out of the game. Forget about that. And the partnership. And you don't realize how many hours you're playing because you're just having fun, you know? And then you look at the game on the PlayStation 5 menu screen. And in the bottom right-hand corner, says the little clock, hours. Okay? 600 hours.
Oh, I thought I was bad with Anno. I thought I was bad.
No, 600 hours. Got definitely... Don't know how I even amassed 600 hours. And I've been playing this game, I think, since June it was released, or May. So, an hour here, there, a couple hours, on the weekends. You forget about how long you're playing. And then you realize you're playing the second season with your third character, trying to be Uber Lilith. And I feel like I've been punked, okay? I've watched videos. I've copied a guy named Lucky Luciano. He's helped me immensely get a much better character.
So he's like your Diablo life coach.
Yeah, my character was good. I was figuring things out on my own, but I just wasn't doing things that I should be doing at a certain level. So I watched a couple of his videos, got some tips. Basically said, you know what? I'm going to copy his whole board, his Paragon board. Copied everything. I don't have all the best armor, but I'm up there. Like my attack power is stronger, my armor is stronger, and I have more health. So essentially, I should be killing Lilith just like he did. Can't do it. I can't even get past the first phase of the fight. Still, to this day. Then I look at other people's videos, and their circle, listen, it could be just the video. I feel like you're in a circle barrier. If you leave the circle, you die. So you're essentially in a ring. And I can get her down to a sliver of life for the second phase. But then she throws these floor rocks at you. Comes in waves. 2 from one direction, 1 from one. You have a small space to move. or if you're fast enough, you could dodge between them. I dodged between them a handful of times over the 100 times I fought her. Can't get to do it. I'm getting to the point where we have two options here. Do I lose my mind and try to kill her? Or do I say, you know what? Put it to bed. And I'm going to lose my mind because I have to kill her. You understand?
Well, Bobby
I
doesn't
have to.
quit. Bobby
I
does
have to
not
do it.
quit.
Diablo 2 kind of screwed me and my stepfather too, me and my and Marlon, because we had everything end game. We're going to it, leveling up to level 100. Okay, level 1 to 99 takes the same. No, 1 to 98 takes the same amount of time to 98 to 99, which is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, right? Then you have to beat three Uber bosses at one time before you fight the final boss. Who I don't even remember who the final boss is because I gave up. We are 2 trophies away from that game for platinum. Now I'm 1 trophy away from platinum, killing Uber Lilith. Uber Lilith will just one shot you, like you're dead. So kind of aggravating. Still gonna do the motions. She gets much stronger with 2 players. Obviously, she doubles. She doubles up. So I told my stepfather, listen, I appreciate all the hard work you did. I know he has good armor, but we're just never gonna do it together because I've never seen a video where I've seen 2 people do it or 3 people do it. It's only been one guy.
What if you
So
go
what I want
around
to
and
do?
you redesign his Paragon board? You give him all
No, we
this.
did everything. We could do like level 100 dungeons. We can kill the dungeons together. We're killing the game. Just cannot beat this one particular boss. So what I said was, I'll get her to the last stage, like barely there life on the headset. You ask me to request to join in my game. I'll join you. You spawn in. We kill her, get the platinum. And it's frustrating because there's a new barbarian build with my stepfather is, and I've seen people one shot her. Then you have the sorcerer build where they have 1,000 little electrical orbs and they kill her. And then there's me who is like just barely slapping her in the face. God, it's aggravating. And other than that's aggravating, now we're playing Lords of the Fallen.
Okay.
Okay, very Demon Souls, Dark Souls like. Um, how they connected the game, I don't want to spoil it. Was pretty cool. I just realized it when we beat the game. I was like, oh wow, we did it. So you got to do 3 playthroughs. Not a big deal. I mean, if the game is not that long. The problem is if you do one thing wrong with certain side quests, you fail the side quest.
Mm.
So now we did something in the beginning of the game that we failed the side quest. Now we're on a 4th playthrough. Well, we're going to be now because we got to finish up this. But either way, despite I believe there was like 54 what do you call it? Updates. 54 updates. I like the game. I wouldn't say it's 8 out of 10. Oh my god, you have to buy the game, but very enjoyable co-op experience. Unlike Demon Souls or Dark Souls, you could just go to the lantern, the hub, the vestige, and hit beckon friend. Boom, he's in.
Do
With
you think
Elden Ring, you had to have like an item to like
mm,
summon, and then a passcode, and it was like, even that was kind of difficult, you know?
all those games are a little mysterious in how you involve other people? This one
Yeah,
sounds like it could be, it's easy co-op fun. Question, could you
yeah,
hard save before every side mission? So there, if you make a boo-boo, you don't have to restart the whole game?
yeah. You have one save slot, and you can upload to cloud, but you have to turn off your automatic save because every time you save, it saves. When you turn the game off, it saves automatically.
Mm.
So if you turn off save cloud, automatic save cloud, you could re-download what you did. But the thing is that we did this in the beginning of the game, and then we didn't get the quest. I'm like, what happened to the trophy? Then we realized, oh, we killed one of the bosses we weren't supposed to kill to the end. There's this guy named the Light Reaper. He haunts you. He fights you 3 times. On the third fight is where you have to summon one particular NPC to beat him for a trophy. So now we know. So now we just have to just run through the game, like follow the main path, forget about everything on the side, and just knock it out. But it should be done. That's pretty much my rant. Feel good now.
Get it off your chest. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let
How about you?
let
What you
me
playing?
hang on. Let me hug. Oh, I'll give you the biggest hug.
Oh yeah, bro.
My hand is wandering. No, I pull it back. It's not acceptable. You're not a piece of meat. You're a real man. What have I been playing? Oh, God. This is. You've had a confessional. You've had a rant and felt better. I am here to say. I'm going to stand up. My name's George, and I'm addicted to Anno 1800. It's not easy for me to say that. And even though I've won the game, I still continue to play it. I still continue to refine my supply lines. I've got barely any trophies. I've not played the story mode. What a load of absolute drivel. I've not done any online with it, nothing like that. I've just sat and played my little world, conqueror of all he purveys. I am I could redesign my capital city, I suppose, but I don't really want to. I can't be bothered. I just kind of like ferreting around with it and just enjoying myself. Finished Spider-Man 2. I thought that was great. I've still got to grind through it though because I didn't look at the trophy list. I'm what you would call a rouge derriere, a red arse.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't check the trophy list, and now I've got to grind through Miles's venom power to try and unlock this. I've got to kill people. Kill? I mean, Spider-Man kills people with his venom power.
Well, I mean, to be honest, sometimes when you play the game, I didn't play 2, but the other 2 games, when you smack someone off a building and they go flying off the building,
yeah,
I understand you web them to safety.
Yeah, but it
They're
classes
dead,
as a
bro.
kill. Yeah. Well,
Dead, yeah.
the annoying thing is when you finish the game without spoiling too much, when you finish the first game of Miles Morales, the random street crimes turn back on. In this one, they don't. You have this sort of persistent higher level enemy. So there's no more swinging around, saving people. You literally symbiote attack. So you have to go and sort that. Actually killing them with your venom powers is extremely difficult. I think I might try and find one of the side missions or one of the sort of competitions where you can maybe just go round and round and round and round and round, and hopefully that kind of classes is the same, works the same. So fingers crossed. Other than that, I've been playing. I don't know if you're aware of it, Bobby. And I'll be honest, you're probably not. I've been playing this janky wrestling game. Now, good news. M. Dickey's coming on the show, the creator of this. He's a one-man developer army, but he's built probably the world's best wrestling game ever. Wrestling Empire. It's on Switch. It's on Steam, PC, all that.
Okay. Oh, not the retro something. I downloaded that one.
Wrestling Rampagers.
I think I downloaded the wrong game thinking that was the game.
Ah, okay. Well, this one's called Wrestling Empire. You kind of play through. It's got literally every wrestler you've ever heard of in it. It's got these little federations, and you play through the career. Some of the things that you do and you see and you say. Like I was flying high as Bret the Hitman Hart, and then I had to get my win ratio up to 80%, and I lost a tag team match, annoyingly. And then that I needed to win every single match between when the stipulation was put down and this time period. And I got there and didn't make it. So they sacked me. So now I'm on the independent circuit again at wrestling school.
Get out of here.
I am Bret the Hitman Hart.
Oh, that's crazy.
Back at wrestling school. And I'm grinding through wrestling school, hoping one of the big federations goes. Because one thing I also did is I reset the in-game clock to 1990. So it's 1980, 1990. I'm Bret the Hitman Hart, been dumped by the Canadian Wrestling Division. I'm now on the independent circuit, hoping one of the big boys picks me up. It's great. And it has the things that only wrestling would have. You know, the right bizarre storylines that this thing randomly creates. Because sometimes I'm sat there thinking, this will never happen. And then I remember when something very similar actually happened, you know, fighting for the women's championship, even though you're a man, or just crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's only on Switch and Steam.
It's on Switch and it's on Steam and it's on mobile, bizarrely, but that's the only place you can find it. But as I always say, having it on the Switch, great game to have on the go. Just have a quick definitely. 5 minutes here. I'm kind of leaning towards, there's one way you play through as an individual wrestler, there's one where you become a booker for an agency, for a federation. So there's a whole sort of manager career mode as well to go through, where you have to
Oh
get like
wow.
ratings for matches, then you send the tapes off, and you have to conquer different territories around the world. And each territory likes something new. Like one was like, we like, I don't know, fire in, we like matches with fire in them, but we don't like female wrestlers. Bizarre stuff like that. So you kind of have to cater to each individual area's tastes to bump your ratings up. It's fascinating, and it's thoroughly enjoyable. Like I say, a lot of Anno, a lot of that. Started a run through of Persona 4 on Switch, of all places, but I just keep getting drawn back to Wrestling Empire because it's. I watch videos of it on YouTube as well. I need to get out
That's
more, but the
so
people
fun.
do like the commentary themselves. And there's this guy who's got this going through this wrestler called Extreme Sumo. This guy literally is wild, and his character is wild. You know, he'll just attack anybody. He's fighting all sorts of people. He's doing stipulations, and this is a wrestling game where you can actually kill people.
Are you serious?
I'm being deadly serious. If a move goes wrong,
My
or they're
God.
old, or they when you go to the doctor to get fixed up, because if you get really beaten up in a match, you have to kind of crawl to the hospital, or if someone sees you that likes you, they'll offer you a lift. You kind of get fixed up there, and then someone comes on and says, "Oh, can I offer you painkillers? Can I offer you steroids?" And you get caught with those, or get caught using them, then you get kicked out of that federation, but it gives you a bit of a stat boost because fighting every week knocks your health down if you don't take a break. It's
There's a lot of depth, man.
oh it but there's also a lot of imagination required. I can't wait to speak to him when we have him on in January, and we've got RGT's been working his backside off. I don't know if now's the time, but next Thursday we're recording with UK YouTube god Ashens. He's a star of his own feature films. He's huge. His videos are incredible, and we're looking forward to recording with him. We're bringing Sir Mike Rouse back for an episode where he's going to talk about his YouTube channel. There's so much stuff going on. I'm thoroughly excited to see what that brings, Bobby.
Yeah,
And
it's fun.
look at your delicate cherub-like face. Let me stroke it. Oh.
Soft, man. Shade for you.
Everywhere, or just
Everywhere, bro.
wow. I don't know if this is me or for your next sort of invasive medical scenario, but I'm going to pretend it's for me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is there anything else you want to share with us before we dive?
No, that's pretty much it. I just bought a bunch of stuff from the sale, and everything I don't have, I asked for Christmas because I'll be out for a long time. So hopefully I can get back into the groove.
Yeah, I don't want to sound, but I don't want to sound like I'm reveling in your illness. But at the same token, you're about to live Christmas like you're 8.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So I mean, there's pros and cons. This is definitely a pro side. The weight loss and the gameplay I'll have for 3 months of uninterrupted gameplay would be tremendous. So I'm looking forward to get this done.
In a bizarre way, I'm kind of jealous, but I'm
yeah,
sure.
no, it's weird, man, but it feels good to get this. I'm more excited for the gameplay than the surgery. That's my mind now. If I get the surgery, we're good. Everything's back to normal. Plus the recovery time. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Okay, well let's dive deep into the news like an endoscope camera deep into your trachea. We scoured the very darkest region of the internet to bring you the latest stories. That was a little edgy, I know. First up, I'm sorry. Whatever God you believe in, I apologise to them immediately. That was probably a little dark.
Oh man.
First bit of news. Don't ask us, ask them. Silent Hill 2, when it was announced by Polish developer Bloober Team, seemed like it was pretty close to completion, but it's honestly been eons since we got an update on the game's release status. That's understandably led to non-stop questions from fans who are eager to revisit the mysterious town and come face to face with Pyramid Head once more. Don't know why, but that nearly tripped my tongue about, didn't it? I think it's this full fat soda you have over here. It's a little bit stronger than we get in the UK.
Definitely.
But as the studios pointed out, it's just developing the title and all communication responsibilities rest with publisher Konami. A spokesperson for the team said in a response to the fan, Konami is the publisher of the game and the communication is definitely part of their job. Perhaps it's a language issue, but the Layers of Fear maker doesn't sound particularly impressed. Does it? The last we heard, the game was making good progress in March and new trailers were supposedly during the summer. We can't imagine the project's hit as snag, and we assume Konami is just waiting for the next optimal moment to announce more. Perhaps we'll see something at the Game Awards early next month. Maybe. Game Awards set to have some serious trailerage. What do you think? Are you excited for this? Or are you just not that bothered anymore?
No, I love the Silent Hill franchise. I'm happy that it's coming back some way, but I'm not sure if Bloober Team also develops games. I know they did Layers of Fear and Blair Witch, right?
Yeah.
So the first Layers of Fear was okay. I liked it. Did they make the Medium too? I don't remember.
Well, while you speak wax lyrically, I shall get looking.
I'm not really a fan of Bloober Team. I don't think that their games are that scary. I like the designs and the style and the graphics.
Yeah,
the
they did the
storytelling is
medium.
good.
They did do the medium.
Yeah. See, like the Medium, I thought was
and they did that
enjoyable.
Observer game with Rutger Hauer.
Oh, the live action one, right?
No, I think it's more like a sort of LA noir Blade Runner type
no,
investigative game.
No, so I missed that one. So not really a fan of all the games they made, but the style, the quality is there. I just don't think it's scary enough. And like you could have a whole podcast of Silent Hill because of the deep rooted issues that they bring to you without even knowing it's happening. So I hope they get all of that right. But I also would have preferred just a high quality update of the game as well.
Yeah, just make it playable.
I hope they don't. Yeah, I hope they don't just change random things because whatever era we live in now, and they don't put those things in the game. Like what you got away with in 2000, the 10 or whatever, 6, whatever the game came out.
Not even
99
that far.
was the
I think it was
game.
like 2002 or something. Daft.
Yeah, so that's a long time. That's the whole generation.
And a lot of that might need some.
So
that might need
I
some
hope.
cleaning.
I still look forward to it. I think this is my most looked forward to game from them. So I'll wait. It's okay.
Okay. Well, soon as I got my teeth in, I'll do this next bit of news. You were never meant to see that. A video that showed Assassin's Creed advert popping up mid-game, in certain titles on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. And now Ubisoft responded to the backlash it's been receiving online. According to the company, this advert was a technical error that was supposed to show up. That wasn't supposed to show up at all. In a statement to The Verge, it was confirmed that the issue had been addressed and we shouldn't be seeing it any further. There's an update, and there's usually a longer version of the statement shared by the official AC Twitter account. But to surmise, we've been made aware of some players encountering a pop-up message in game while playing certain Assassin's Creed titles yesterday. This was a result of a technical error that has now been fixed. Our intention, and in their defense, this has happened on previous games that I've played, was to display a promotion of Assassin's Creed Mirage as part of the franchise news in the main menu of older Assassin's Creed games. Unfortunately, this technical error caused the promotion to appear on the most current games menu. We want to ensure that best player experience possible, and these disruptive pop-ups were promptly removed once we learned of the issue, they say. We appreciate your understanding, and we'll investigate the cause of the issue. Obviously, it's good to know we shouldn't have to deal with this anymore, although we're still a bit perplexed by some of the reports that suggest that we're experiencing it even in non-Ubisoft games. Perhaps they were mistaken. If you notice any more instances, please do let us know in the Discord. And hopefully your Assassin's Creed is now a clean, non-Mirage branded experience. I mean, if you're putting out to games that are that old, surely it probably gets a bit lost in the weeds. It's embarrassing that you're walking down... Boom, there's an advert for Mirage. Like, oh, goodness. But I do remember...
old TV ad.
Yeah, the dirty ad. Probably watch some person in Unity reading a French newspaper and there's an advert for Mirage on it. I mean, that would be cooler if it was hidden like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Or in Syndicate on some of the billboards, you see almost like a movie for a stage play called Mirage or something like that. Cool. So it was all hidden in Unity.
Bro, when you get in this mode, I just want to hear it. You
This
know,
is my I've flown here to put a smile on your face with my drivel that I spout. I'm glad that you're enjoying it.
I love it, man.
When do the dancers get here?
Usually 9, 9 in the morning. Yeah, it's okay. Let's see. Let's see.
Tressel's still doing that brunch.
Oh, yeah, they so do.
I think everybody now, if they're new to the show, obviously they know you, but they don't know our iconic New York City run that we did, where the Ray came down Fifth and Main.
We did everything.
Dave was there. We did an episode in Trestles. We've done Englishman's Take on Sports. We've done the E3 debrief from a submarine after he got bought by a Mexican streaming lord. I mean,
Tom 30 Secret. It was a wild days, man.
The Halloween episode in Tom's basement.
Classic.
I think the show peaked then.
Yeah, it was amazing.
We're basically like downhill skiers being chased like an avalanche to its inevitable end. We peaked on the submarine, and we've been slaloming ever since.
Well, we could do, Fast X and do like a space thing. Fast and Furious. Keep going, man.
We need an episode in space.
Why not?
We've done undersea,
now.
On land.
You could do it, bro. If the celebrities could do it, who says we're not celebrities?
Well, who's to say that I don't fly back to the UK and end up crashing and ended up washed up on a desert island with OG Tom at some point in time and his tribe? Don't worry about the law. I know he said South America, but I think he's relocated him. Could be a great Christmas show.
That'd be amazing.
Okay, let me pull this soiled piece of paper out of my pocket, and let me say to you, party like it's 1999 or 7 or 8 or whenever these things came out. Earlier this week, Nintendo announced Jet Force Gemini will be coming to the Switch Online Expansion Plus service this December. In Japan, Star Twins, aka Jet Force Gemini, will be released alongside GoldenEye 007 on the 29th of November. If it's got you wondering what's next for the expansion pack's N64 library, Nintendo Japanese website appears providing an update. There's a selection on the official page that translates to titles scheduled to be released in 2023, and there are currently 4 games listed. Apart from Jet Force Gemini and GoldenEye, which are arriving next week in Japan, 1080 Snowboarding should be arriving in the near future. A very dear game to me, as is Jet Force. Harvest Moon 64 is also scheduled to release in Japan at the end of 2023. It's worth noting the list was last updated just days ago on the 22nd of November. Nintendo also notes in fine print how titles are regularly added irregularly, so not all these games may necessarily arrive before the end of next month. Beyond this, Nintendo hasn't revealed what's next for the N64 library, although President Shuntaro Furukawa has mentioned on a number of occasions how the company wants to keep bolstering its Switch Online content to ensure members keep coming back. As also discovered on the Japanese website, Nintendo will be launching an 18-plus app in Japan for the release of GoldenEye and Jet Force Gemini. I guess those games are still scary. Gunplay, I don't know what the reason is. Anyway, you can probably learn more coverage out there on the wild internet. That's the news, Bobby, as I see it. Is there anything that you think I've missed?
Nope. Pretty much got it all.
Solid, professional, slick, and, might I say, sexy answer.
Thanks, man. I'll tell you what. I'm looking forward to GoldenEye.
I think that might already be out.
Well, to playing it then, because I played that game for hours upon hours upon hours, right? And now, you can't play it anymore. But they're bringing it back.
I wouldn't say that it's aged very well. Have you got the online for your Switch or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got everything. Yeah.
So have a little clicky click on the N64 section, and it might it might pop up.
I mean, definitely, yeah. It's gonna be, they just ported it, right? It's like this emulator. Like I have it on emulator, but the fact that you can play online will be fun. Bring back some nostalgia days.
Oh,
it probably won't last forever. The nostalgia. But I have some people who have the Switch who might, do it up one day. Will be interesting.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Do you like video games, podcasts, and reminiscing? I'm actor, video game writer, and total sweetie pie Connor Savage McCabe, and on each episode of Call Me By Your Game, I sit down with a guest for an intimate look at a special game from their past. Did you and your dad beat Spyro the Dragon over the holidays? Or was Halo 4 the one thing that united your roommates during your senior year of college? Stories like these are what Call Me By Your Game is about. From video game content creator Janet Garcia to Hades voice actor Courtney Vinay's, I interview wonderful comedians and game industry friends about these memories. Check us out wherever you get your podcasts, and maybe someday you'll call me by your game.
You're interesting. I'm basically here. I'm falling in love with you all over again. Do I go back to gloomy England, or do we stay here and rekindle the bromance? I don't think Eva was keen. You know, we shared a bed. It was a bit messy.
Well, I mean, now since that down, you know, the apartment is a little upgraded. We got new furniture. You know, we got a bigger bed. So I mean, you know, there's more room essentially in the same apartment. You know, we made some quality of life updates.
I think she took umbrage to, in the middle of the night, me basically donkey kicking her out of the bed and then wrapping me and you up like a mummy in the duvet.
Well, you know, back then also she had Animal Crossing. You know, so there's been nothing since until Digital Monkery from the Discord recommended Dreamlight Valley, Disney's Dreamlight Valley. Oh yeah. So I mean, that's a game you could just play for hours, and you don't need to do a daily task. It's more of an energy task. So if things don't happen because you already harvested them, in 40 minutes it'll harvest again. So go crazy. I'll tell you what, I've been watching the game and it's been interesting to me. I was happy she saved Moana, and now she's going to help Elsa from Frozen. So that could take up her time, you know.
Do I need this game?
I mean, to be honest, it's a carefree, casual experience. Didn't Gameloft make Hogwarts? Right?
They might have been involved in that. Yeah, they might.
So they made this game. So basically, you can create your character. I mean, the customization is unbelievable. If you have any kind of scarring or imperfections in your face, or acne or pimples, and your hair is red, or you have no hair, this body types, you can find yourself and make yourself as best you can in this game. And
but
then you
with
set
a
off
Disney
to the
look
world.
to it. Is that what you're telling me?
Oh yeah. I mean, it looks cool. Like there's a million hairdos. There's a lot of options for sure.
Can you get a backwards MLB baseball cap, dungarees, and a hoodie, or no?
You can get overalls because Eva had them because she was gardening. So Eva's the kind of person who will put on the gardening outfit to garden, and then her other outfit to go out.
What a woman you've got there.
She is in it to win it, right? So you could wear a overall with a hoodie. Probably you won't have a baseball inspired hat like a team, but there's baseball caps. Turn it sideways, turn it backwards, whatever.
Boom, locked and loaded.
Go crazy. Help Mickey out, bro. Help Merlin out. Yeah, help out Elsa. Why not? First of all, it was on sale for $20.
Was it?
And I looked at the options. Yeah. And then the deluxe option, which comes with like everything, was $40. I'm like, $40, bought, downloaded immediately.
On Switch, is this?
No, well, it's on. I don't know if it's on Switch. I bought it for the PS5.
So she gets big screen time.
Yeah, why not? You gotta share the TV, bro. You know? It's all right. Enjoy.
What do you do while she's doing that?
To be honest, I thought I was going to do other things, but I'm vested now. So now I'm like, oh, wait, down there's another Daisy. Pick that Daisy. Get that mission completed, you know? I'm enjoying it, bro. I like it. Would I play it? Probably not. I have too many games to play. But as a relaxing watching game, you know, I think it's phenomenal. I like when her face gets really into it. She puts her glasses back and she's really focused.
Oh, that's really cute.
It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we've reached the end of the news. It's time for the community corrections. Bobby, let me ask you this. Did we miss anything? Do you have an opinion or take on the news, dear listener, that we missed? If so, Bobby, how would the collective masses get in contact? How would they interact with the show?
You can email us at questions@unofficialcontrollerpodcast.com. you can hit us up in Discord or Twitter or Instagram via DM because I love sliding the DMs. I love catching them as well. You know, hit us up there, and we're available, man.
Beautiful.
One of us will answer you for sure. We're all in a Discord.
Would you consider sleeping rough in the Discord just to make sure that you're always there for them?
Yeah, sure.
I don't even know where that came from. Okay. My hunger for barbecue pork now is starting to exceed my own brain capacity, and I can't think of anything other than that gorgeously just prepared meat on a massive plate for us to gorge on.
I'm sorry. I'll tell you what, the fish and chips, really good too.
Oh, you see, I would avoid that normally.
Well, I know, but normally because just, but that thought was good. They also added a beef or chicken and broccoli menu, which is ironically the best Chinese food option you have in this neighborhood.
Really?
So, oh man, it's out of this world.
Well, that's a recommendation.
I was shocked. I was shocked.
I somehow managed to get my watch started listening then, and it basically recorded me saying, my hunger for barbecue pork now, it's starting to exceed my own brain capacity. And I can't think of anything other than that gorgeously. And the Siri just said, I'm sorry.
It's a lot to take in, maybe,
Trestle's down on Broadway. You got to get yourself there. It's probably one of the best eateries going. They didn't even pay for this, did they? That's how good they are. We're just telling people.
That's how good they are. Yeah.
That Trestle's episode where we went and dined live and recorded was a highlight for me.
Yeah.
Of our time.
It gave us the back, so it was more quiet. It was nice, man. It was good.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was. Someone
who's missed you a lot, and I do believe his diminutive son has missed you a lot. And I'm not. There's been something almost hollow about him while you've been having all your sort of goings on with your medicals and all that good stuff. So, have you seen him recently on your own or no?
Every now and then, he'll swing by, not directly, but I know he's there.
Do you sometimes just put your fingers in your blind, poke up a little spy hole and look out, and he's there? Then you look again, and there's just that mist coming up out of one of the subway vents, or
no? He's very Michael Myers with it,
Ooh.
Yeah, but not in the scary way, in like a "Hey, I'm here for you" way. But also, don't look too long, and I've got to go. Wait,
how does a scary way versus "I'm here for you" way? How do they look different?
Because he looks at you with like sensual Karen eyes, like, "Hey, bro, I'm here," rather than a stalkerish type of vibe. Yeah, you could tell in the face.
I can't. Okay, I struggle to determine his facial expressions, but let's see what happens. It's
the eyebrows. It's the eyebrows.
Oh, you see, I don't look at his eyebrows. Last time I looked at his eyebrows really closely, they weren't individual hairs; they were tiny little venomous snakes. Thousands of them, all arranged.
Yeah. No, his eyebrows are wild. Not exactly a unibrow, but it's close.
Sign of a strong testosterone man is the unibrow. A gamer or someone with a lack of a mirror. Maybe he's all of those.
He probably is.
Okay, well, seeing as we're here, the Rays found a way. He's tearing down Fifth and Main. It's time for a peek in what we affectionately call Stingray's boot. What's nestled between some counterfeit nappies and a dodgy copy of Battlefriend all this week. These are the new release highlights of the week, November 26th to December 3rd, 2023. Listeners, these are out in digital, physical, or will be. Last time this podcast in your feed, but could be region dependent. Spring stop. Wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, he's here, right? He's got out the car, and I see him and Wayne, but I see them this time as Gandalf and Samwise Gamgee.
Oh god.
Except Samwise Gamgee is only half the size he is in the films because Wayne's such a diminutive character. How are you seeing? It's been a while, but how are you seeing the Mighty Ray?
So, do you remember Mad Max Thunderdome?
Yeah.
Master Blaster? That's it, boy. Except he's naked. And he looks like a troll from Lord of the Rings, Shadow of Mordor.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's naked, but nothing's there. It's just a round skin.
Do you think Wayne's like shouting at you things like,
Yeah, his little arms are pointing. It's just his arms are short, like a dinosaur, like Tyrannosaurus Rex style, very short, but large hands. And he's just pointing where to go. It's amazing.
wow.
To be honest, I don't know how they got out of the car, but magic, baby.
Master Blaster decides power. Master Blaster decides. Master Blaster runs barter town.
That's it. And he's bartering us right now. So there you go.
I don't want to mess about with him. Let me reach deep into his sack
and
pull out.
And watch out for some of the reprinted copies as well. Be careful.
Okay.
This guy's it's incredible.
Well, what have I got here? Last Train Home on PC, November 28th. This sounds like a lively game. The Great War is over. The fight continues. Command a legion of soldiers desperately trying to make their way through home amidst the chaos of civil war. Lead them through the unforgiving wilderness aboard an armored train. Manage your crew and resources and try to survive.
I mean, how long? Okay, for example, this game.
Yes.
Where are they? Where would they be? What is home? I can't imagine this train ride taking that long.
Well, the Great War, you'd imagine, is the First World War, but the Civil War, I don't know about. And as you say, the train ride.
Did they have trains back then? Did they?
They most certainly. If they had tanks, Bobby, think about it.
That's true. And they had coal, probably coal power.
And they had planes.
So I can't see this game taking that long. Okay, next.
That's what I like about Bobby. He's no nonsense. Tell you what, he's not going to wax lyrical about a game. He's just going to DDT it through a bin. Gothic 2, complete classic on the Switch, November 29th. The iconic sequel to a cult classic RPG continued the story of the nameless hero in Gothic 2, complete classic, the award-winning sequel that improved on its predecessor in every way, experienced now for the first time on Nintendo Switch. I've noticed a raft of these coming out off the back of Baldur's Gate 3 doing so well. They've re-released Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 because that's basically what the Switch, where the Switch is at. I've seen Icewind and Dale. I've seen this. Print money. I mean, the Switch 2 kind of makes me feel like I did when I was the Switch, makes me feel a little bit like I did when I was a kid and I had some of the underdog consoles and you would see like, oh, PlayStation's got this. It's this amazing game. It's everything you could possibly imagine. Let's use the N64 as an example. PlayStation had Gran Turismo 1 and 2. On the N64, I had to try and find a racing game, and it was utter garbage. I can't even remember what it was called, but it wasn't even close. But it was as good as I could get. So I would tell myself, this is where I'm at. If I had a Switch and didn't have access to any other consoles, I'll be getting Gothic 2 and telling you why it's better than Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, probably. But I'll tell you what, the Switch has enough going for it that it's still going.
Every time I go in that library, I find something new. I've even rebought games on there that I've already finished and played, but I want to continue playing them. I think I've got...
Some of the games you could take on the go is what is fascinating about it.
Yeah, totally.
That's really what it is.
Red Dead on the go. Boom. Done. Sorted.
Done.
Wrestling Empire on the go. And they get games, indie games as well, that you don't get on the other consoles for whatever reason.
Yeah. Nintendo, that's why.
Is that why?
Nintendo is a marketing genius of a company.
They keep going, they still survive. In 10, 20 years' time, do you think we're going to be looking at Nintendo merch at Christmas the same way we do like Mickey? Because if I see like a Disney bauble, I'm like, I've got to have it. Do you think
you play Xbox on a computer or a Steam Deck or anything that you can access the Xbox Game Pass, whatever thing?
Yeah.
No one talks about the online capabilities of that. They don't. Right? PlayStation, very difficult to port. There's nothing that you can really play it on, so it's just like your home on playing it, right? Switch, you could play anywhere, and it's just always about the Switch on the go. Xbox can be on the go too, but all you hear is Switch, Switch, Switch. They have it going on.
They do.
They perfected it.
Yeah, PlayStation's having a dabble with the Portal, but the Switch is a no compromise. You play the bigger boy game here on hardware. You play the bigger boy. They play it here. They play it there. He's a dedicated follower of gaming.
I mean, The Witcher is a 100-hour game. Easy. Bam. On the go.
I would say, having experienced Witcher 3 on many platforms, on PS5, it's like the sandwich you imagine on the box. It's like ham hock, it's got barbecue sauce, it's got salad, it's got gherkins, it's got the whole bag of tricks. It looks beautiful. You look at the one on the Switch, and it's basically ham and mustard.
Yeah. And a half-ass piece of cheese.
It's barely cheese.
All right.
It could be paper with the word cheese written on it.
Well, the fact that they put it in there, still got it.
They've got it going on.
They put a 100-hour game on a disc about the size of your thumbnail. You know what I mean?
That's magic. That is beyond magic. If I showed that to Tom's tribe, they'd think it was magic.
Yeah.
Let me see what's next. Autumn was the case. PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One, and the Switch, November 29th. Autumn was the case. A free movement puzzle adventure game where you play as a youngster stuck in a time loop with a simple task of saving the world from literal destruction. Now, Bobby, let me say to you, if I was a youngster trapped in a time loop, it would probably be me living over like a really embarrassing moment and my trousers falling down in front of somebody or something like that. What would your dream time loop be?
Stuck in the late 80s, early 90s.
How long
not
would
a care
this
in the
go
world
on for?
I don't know, 6 years and just loop it again. Yeah.
Okay.
But not a care in the world. Your mom's feeding you. You got, you're home.
Your brain is a lot more generous than mine is in terms of what my loop looks like.
Yeah, before the awkward stage of life kicks in, I try to bring that back.
Okay. So what, like 5 to 11?
Yeah, whatever the pube starts.
As soon as one circular hair starts to grow, boom, you set back.
Yeah, because you know what? After that, it's just a wild ride.
You're right. Okay. Talking of wild rides.
Hit you fast.
Gangs of Sherwood, PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, November 30th. Fight the armies of the Sheriff of Nottingham, lead the rebellion solo or in co-op with up to 4 players. Play as one of the merry men. If you could be a merry man, which one would you be?
Oh, man. I don't know. I've always liked Little John. Straight to the point.
Good with the staff.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't meet him on a bridge.
Also, to be honest, I only can remember those two. So Robin Hood and Little John. I'm sure there was 2 more people.
Friar Tuck.
Mm-hmm.
Will Scarlet.
Ooh, okay. I forgot about that.
He's slightly edgy, isn't he? He's almost like Little's version of Robin Hood.
Yeah, I like him.
Okay. This is Pixel Cafe, call it what you like. PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, and Switch, November 30th. Step into Pixel's shoes in this one-of-a-kind journey that bridges time, memories, and the aroma. Fresh coffee.
Okay.
Dive deep into a city balancing its past and future, engage in intense arcade challenges, immerse yourself in heartfelt stories, and navigate a world crafted in pixel art. That's either going to be good or throwaway. Is there anything... I think that there is going to be a mummy in here for you, and you're going to go crazy for it. So let's
Probably.
get to that. This means Warp coming out on PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, November 30th. It's a co-op space survival fun, Jim, but not as we know it. Let me redo that. It's co-op space survival fun, Jim, but not as we know it. This means Warp is an intense spaceship management roguelike experience for 1 to 4 players. Seen many games like this. This one looks kind of high quality. That's why Ray's got it in his boot. He's also got this in his boot. Toaster Ball for the Switch, November 30th. Toaster Ball is a multiplayer, physics-based sports game Quick to learn and perfect for a good old game nights on a couch with friends. This one, Bobby, is designed for you and only
Really?
for you. This release is for you to take some nice earbuds in for surgery. I wouldn't recommend playing it while in surgery. Maybe have a little sleepy sleeps while they rearrange your insides. Okay. Not in that way, but with a scalpel and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Because when you come round, sat next to you will be a fully charged Switch and this. And Ray, you're an absolute god for this, Ray. You've moved heaven and earth to make this happen for our cherub-faced friend. Batman Arkham Trilogy, Switch, December 1st.
Wow.
I got so excited, I couldn't even say at the end of it. You open the first story of your advent calendar, and boom, here he is. Become Gotham City's ultimate protector across the iconic Batman Arkham Trilogy. Face off against notorious DC supervillains, the Joker, Scarecrow. Hang on. The Joker, a Scarecrow, prize alive, and move in Batman Arkham Asylum. Step into the shadows of Batman Arkham City's open world, the new maximum security home for thugs, gangsters, and insane criminal masterminds. In Batman Arkham Knight, tear through the streets of Gotham and take on the ultimate threat in the trilogy's epic conclusion. I'm so excited. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Crazy.
Experience critically acclaimed gameplay and AAA original storytelling across all three games, plus all DLC in one complete package.
Wow. That's incredible. Actually, that's a
Ray
lot
did
in
this.
one little.
Do you know what?
That's phenomenal, man.
Batman Arkham Asylum, amazing. Going to look great on the Switch. Great game to have on the go. Arkham City, awesome. I'm going to look awesome on the Switch. Great game to have on the go. Arkham Knight, get me a ringside seat to a car crash, brother. Because
I mean, if they can scale it back to the original looking game, possibility. Arkham Knight's still one of the best looking games still on the PS5.
I know.
If you load that up and just go flying through the night, it's unbelievable. Especially when the moon hits the water. Oh my God.
That's going to look more like someone shining a torch in a pond on Switch.
Yeah, I'm sure. But the visual is there, you know? You have the idea.
I'm all in for it. I pre-ordered this as soon as I knew it was coming, and I can't wait because I think Arkham Asylum is going to be on the card, on that little thumb-sized card that you're going to put in and play, and the other two are going to be DLC, like downloadable stuff, like they did with.
Has to be.
But BioShock and that other.
I wonder what the gigabyte for that's going to be. That's got to be insane.
They're going to be 15 gig each, aren't they? 15 to 20 gig each, I would say.
Isn't Arkham Knight like 55?
Not on Switch. It's not. Yeah. They come in with the lowest texture quality. They come in when you play it on PS4, 5, Xbox Series X or whatever. You're going to see something in distance that looks really great, but it's not going to improve as you get closer. And as you get closer, it's going to feel like you're in Minecraft. That's my imagining of what it's going to be like. But you know, I'm happy. If you're happy, hope you're happy too.
It's going to be excellent.
Okay, well, off the back of that, the Lost Legends of Redwall, the Scout Anthology, PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, December the 1st. Why can't I say first right now? I'm saying first.
I had a friend that can't pronounce sixth.
Sixth.
It's a hard word to say.
You've been very kind. I think what you should say is, give it up. Your podcasting days are over, George. A narrative puzzle adventure game based on Brian Jacques Redwall, trademark, book series, vicious sea rats. I'm all right for sea rats, but when they're vicious, it ain't good. And they're leading and invading the once peaceful Mossflower Wood, and it's up to the Lilygrove Scout Corps' newest recruit to save the day. Players Sophia or Liam on their adventure to Redwall Abbey.
Sounds like a New York City subway nightmare.
It is a fever dream. Sangavor, 20 below, December the 1st. Survive and strategize with friends in Sangavor, a first-person escape room-style nightmare. Your mission? Lead your team to safety through one of multiple escape routes while evading bloodthirsty monsters hunting you. Work together to survive. Last game out the boot, Ray. Very generous week for you this week. I can't believe how grateful we are. And Bobby feels like the Christmas magic has come alive. It's literally round the corner. Steam World Build coming to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, December the 1st. I managed it. Break ground on a new frontier as the planet dies around you. Dig deep and build wide to excavate long-lost space-faring technology while ensuring everyone has the vital water, fuel, and creature comforts they need. Do you have it what it takes to reach the final frontier? I might check that out. But in the meantime, I think I know what your mummy is.
Do you?
I was going to suggest it might be Batman, but I could be wrong. Ray will be upset if it's not, but I will get over it.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely is.
It's mine as well. I'm kind of hyped about that, and I didn't realize it was this close.
No, I didn't realize it was even coming out. So it was also shocking news for me, too.
Well, then I've done something good, haven't I?
I'll tell you what, as a gamer, I'm probably the worst gamer because I don't even know what's happening. I don't even know what's coming out. I just find all the news from the show.
But that's where everyone finds their news, isn't it?
Yeah. If we could do it like a video show, my surprise face gestures will be tremendous because I don't even know. Oh wow, it's coming out. Never heard of it. Incredible. It really is.
PS6 launches next week. Goodness gracious me.
Wow. Oh man.
Time to get close to your auntie all over again. Right. What the hell that's That's a deep joke. You're going to have to listen to every episode to understand that. Now that download every episode, it doesn't change anything, George. It changes everything. It's paying for Bobby's surgery. It's paying for my flight tickets here to give him a cuddle. Mm-hmm. It's allowing me to stroke his face. It allows me to quaff champagne and eat caviar as if it's just crackers and nothing.
Yeah.
Obviously, none of that's true, but, we do appreciate you listening. And if you do want to try and understand some of the deeper lore, if you've gone, this is a new show and it's okay, but, whatever, there's so much more to it. There's so much more. There's guests. Even now, there's an ever-expanding lore and narrative. Some of the weird stuff that's happened. El Buccio was real. Zutamax Media was real. Tom's arrest for being on the Epstein list was real.
Yeah. The soft drink was real.
Stingray is real.
Juice. Yeah.
Our time in New York is real. The time we went on the submarine is real. I mean, what's wrong with these people? With the time we got abducted, in Tom's cellar by a demonic child.
Yeah, that was.
And rumor has it we never came back from that, and we aren't actually the real George and Bobby, and they're still in that cellar trapped with that demonic spirit.
Yep. Well, we're here. You can always go find out.
Did they notice that my voice subtly changed between that episode and every subsequent episode? Did they notice the level of work that we have put into this? Doubtful. It's too subtle.
Subtle changes.
It's only for the highbrow, intelligent listener. And people with a lot of patience.
A lot.
The strange interference in the episode, still to this day. Does it appear on certain words? If you go back and listen to every episode when the interference is and write those words down, does it make a sentence? Does it make a paragraph?
Is there something there?
Is there something to it? Because they wouldn't do this on purpose, would they? Maybe they would. Maybe it started when the plane crashed in the end of season 1. Maybe it caused the plane to crash. What's been happening since? Surely you wouldn't leave these shoddy levels of editing and workmanship in the show on purpose.
Nope. Everything's a mystery.
Everything is connected. Before we let Ray go, Ray's mind just exploded all over the pavement, so we're going to have to ask Wayne for the VHS pickup. What are you taking out the boot?
Labyrinth with David Bowie.
Nice. I've never felt so strangely drawn to watching one man's crotch for 2 hours.
To be honest, I was unsure when I watched as a child what was happening. And I was like, it just looked weird to me. And I was fascinated with it. And I watched it as an adult a couple weeks ago. And I have the same thoughts. Nothing's changed.
What's your
30 years
thoughts?
from 30
What's
years
your
ago.
thoughts on the strategically placed Bowie sausage?
I wondered why they did it. I like the interview. I was curious, was that his? Was it a prosthetic? Was it just a rolled up sock? It's just, you just can't stop looking at it. You're trying
No,
to figure it out.
no.
Forget
Like,
about the special effects. That was a special effect on its own.
I mean, how do you, as a director, deal with that? Do you say, David, I don't know if you're aware, but he's
No, he
suitably
was
well
aware.
endowed,
He was aware.
and
So
that's now
was what's
become
her
the star
face.
of the show?
Yes. Yes. There should be a edit of this film where everywhere the camera is, you just X-ray that little spot. You always see it behind everything, in front of everything. You know, just like you know how you do those sing-alongs and you have the words bounce on the screen. Just follow that, man. See what goes.
What if there's a CGI behind the scenes special where his trousers get pulled down and it's just Hoggle, and that was Hoggle's
Yeah.
nose?
You know what? Strange things have happened, man.
I am the Goblin King. Oh,
I
God.
mean, Jennifer, what was her name?
Connolly.
Oh, yes. I mean, how old was she in that film?
She's probably 30 now in Hollywood.
Yeah, probably. I mean, imagine filming that with this actress.
And Hoggle's nose in every scene.
It's just got to be tremendous. You know? That's just my thoughts on it. Like, you could put the longest thought on that, and it's probably still not enough thought.
It's still not long. It's still not as long as that.
Probably not.
Okay. Well, I tell you what. I'm reaching into
Hey, that's what you
Wayne's
said.
bag, sac magique, and I pull out series 1 and 2 of Poldark. The story. It's basically Poldark is set in the late 1700s. It's a BBC drama. You and Eva would love this. No doubt it's on BBC Worldwide. And he comes back from the American War. He's wounded, comes back to his estate in Cornwall. His dad's passed away. He's inherited basically some shacks and some abandoned mines. And it's the sort of journey of his life and love as you go through. It's actually quite good. I'm seeing it as like a Downton Abbey prequel. Everything in my life is framed through the lens of Downton Abbey now, as you know.
Really? Is it like the American version of Little House on the Prairie?
Yes. No, maybe. But with a little bit more daring do and a little bit more adventure and a little bit more sexy time and a little bit more sort of it's not as nice as Little House on the Prairie. Sometimes some savage things happen. It's a bit like,
I'll tell you, when the English do a show, they do a show.
yes. And this is within that pantheon of what you're thinking. It's that good. Although I am starting to wear a little bit thin. I think I'm on series 3 and I'm a little bit like, oh God, Poldark, why have you not learnt anything to this point? You're being a bit dumb. But without such dumbness, there would be no books, there would be no show. You got to keep him moving on, ain't you? With that, I look round, and in my hand, I have a copy of a VHS of Poldark, and why once, to me, they look like a couple of people heading to a Lord of the Rings convention, there is now nothing but a wizened shaft on the floor that Ray has dropped.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I'll pass it to you. There you go. There's Gandalf's staff. Do with it as you please.
Keep it for the collection.
Film memorabilia. That ain't film. That's real. Before we go about our separate ways, we break free and cut loose. I have to ask you what you're hoping to play for this gaming week, sir.
Well, continue the grind of Diablo 4.
Yeah.
We haven't done it as often because we're trying to just, maybe an hour, a couple hours a week, nothing too crazy. But definitely Lords of the Fallen, complete that, get the platinum for that. That'd be nice. I think that'd be me, my stepdad's like 13th platinum together.
Wow.
It's pretty incredible. Yeah.
You've got more
Yeah.
platinums between you than
Yeah.
I've got full stop.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, we did Demon Soul, Elden Ring, a couple other games I can't remember now. Yeah, it's been a journey. So that'd be good to do that. And then to be honest, my God, I have so many games on the backlog, like physically and digitally. I don't even know where to
What's
start.
the thing you're most looking forward to picking up and playing and enjoying?
Oh man.
Wait, stop. Hang on a minute. In the room that we're recording in, is that a Charlie Brown pillowcase?
Sure is, man. My favorite thing of all time.
Oh, I love it, especially at Christmas. Charlie Brown's
it's
got
beautiful.
that. One thing I noticed about Charlie Brown is, you know, when he goes to school and the teacher's like, bow, wow, 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 wow.
Yeah.
That's how I hear everybody that doesn't play video games.
Yeah, me neither. Like, where are you, bro? I don't want to hear your nonsense today.
What are you doing with your life?
Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah, you know.
Okay.
So do that. What I'm looking forward to most, to be honest, I have Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
I think I downloaded The Last Face, which looks excellent. It's like a 2D Metrovania style game.
Really?
I have Blasphemous 2, yeah. Which Blasphemous 1 was just phenomenal. And then I have Lies of P.
I've been meaning to ask you about this.
Yeah.
I think you'll love that. I've heard that's great.
I heard it's really good. So like, I have to pick and choose. I mean, I don't think they're that long, which is good because I need to take a break from a long game. So one of those, unless something co-op-y comes out, that's up my stepfather's alley, or something comes out and up Marlon's alley. I guess we'll see, you know. But for now, that's what I focus
Question
on.
for the ages: how is Marlon?
He's all right. He has a new job, which is good. So he's still in the city. But now he just gets home a little later than normal. So our game time has slowed down somewhat. He same days off, but you know, then the weekends come and the wives have all these plans that we don't know about until they tell us.
Okay. One request I've had, and I feel a groundswell of support for this, is Marlon in the Discord?
No, he's not. I'm trying to get him in, man.
We need him there. He's literally.
Wait, I think no, I don't think he's in Discord.
He's an icon, like Stingray of the show. If Marlon's not in the Discord, I think we're losing out. And if he is in the Discord, I'm sorry, Marlon. I didn't. You need to make yourself
I don't remember.
known to me.
I'm gonna find out. I'll find out.
Okay.
I'll get back to you.
We need him in there by Friday. That's the whole show's going to shut down.
Yep, I'll do the best I can. I'm not shutting it down. I'll get him in there.
Okay. So the question on everyone's lips. Well, the question on everyone's lips before we divulge mine is: when is the surgery?
Not sure. Supposedly this week, Monday, Tuesday, they'll let me know if they finish the videos, and then they'll let me know when the date is.
They've got like a box set of your insides that they're watching.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like on straight DVD, 4K, beautiful. You know, reduce the backlight, add the white light, and all that nice stuff.
Hang on a minute. Someone order Trestles to go because I've just seen the pig wings.
So, well, Eva's birthday is December 11th.
Okay.
So, if it's, let's say, the 10th or the 9th, I'll see if I can push it a couple of days. It's a big one. So, if not, then whenever they tell me, I'm cool with it either way.
Right. Okay. What am I going to play? I want to get into Persona on the Switch, but you know, I just find there's other distractions. Like I'm into TV a lot of the minute. I've come off the back of Spider-Man 2, which I've loved, which I'm dipping in and out of to get that platinum. I'm determined to get it. Like I say, I just need to find the right Mysterio challenge to play, and then I'm sure it'll fall like rain on a spring morning. Other than that, I'm just sort of just bouncing through, waiting for something to sort of grab me. I'm just finding these sort of throwaway gaming experiences at the moment to be quite rewarding, like these palate cleansers. I really feel like I need to scrub myself clean. I keep thinking about maybe trying. One thing to anyone out there that plays Farming Simulator. Obviously, Clarkson's got his show called Clarkson's Farm. I don't know if you've had the privilege of seeing it, Bobby, but I thoroughly recommend it if you've got Amazon Prime and you like a little bit of Clarkson. He's a British hero or anti-hero, depending on how you view things. But the show is great. And on Farming Simulator, you can now download Chipping Norton, which is the area that he films in, and it's got Diddley Squat Farm in it. It's got the vehicles he uses. It's got his shop that he has where you go and buy his merchandise. You can go and and it's got these production things in it, so you can produce stuff to sell in the shop. So you could argue that's a great piece of content made by a fan. And that's a good thing about Farming Simulator's maps. So I've been thinking about getting into that and using that map as a sort of pirouetting point to get back into Farming Simulator. Wrestling Empire just keeps saying, you only got to give me 15 minutes of your life, and then end up giving it 15 hours. Anno, it's just like, just jump on here for 10 minutes. Because when you said, we can't record yet, I went and played Anno. And as I sat down and it loaded up, I thought, I might not resurface from this for 5 hours. This could be a disaster. So I just fiddled around with a couple of bits on the base island and saved it. Luckily, that was still 30, 40 minutes gone. And then just looking at...
make a game.
Say again?
We should make a game. We should make a game.
We should make a game. I want
4 main characters, which is us on the show. And then if we can downloadable characters of our most infamous followers that will help us on our journey, because another podcast has stolen the golden script.
Oh, that's great.
Now you tell me how that's going to work out, man.
So I've had a great idea. It's like Resident Evil 4. Ray turns up as the guy and he sells you the stuff you need. And then the infamous listeners are almost like, maybe we could do it like Vampire Survivors, where you pick up these upgrades and they kind of fly around you, defending you while you get the hot lost relics. We can do one in a submarine, New York, the village of Farmerton. I'm thinking it's not big budget, it's not AAA, it's like but it's got AAA productions. So it's like a top-down 2D. It's fun. It's on every gaming platform that you can imagine.
Or forget about the golden script. Well, you can get that too, but then you get the special item.
What are they?
Which is basically a cheat code. The unofficial control.
You get that. That's the ultimate weapon.
Find it, you get it.
Instant death on the screen. That's like an instant death to everything on the screen when things are getting a bit busy. I don't know why it had to be that noise, but if this game gets made, someone go back and record that noise.
That's amazing, bro. Can you imagine? Oh my god.
Have you played Vampire Survivors?
No, I heard about it though. I think I know when RGT talked about it, I downloaded it on the Switch. I was gonna bring the Switch to work. And then that just worked out wild.
Okay. Well, that would be a hearty recommendation. When I first started playing it, I was like, what's this? But then I worked it out. I was like, oh, yeah.
No. The way he described it for me was just an instant download. Instant.
Well, this afternoon, bring the Switch to Trestles, and we shall play it there.
Sounds plan, bro.
Okay. Well, with that all said and done, our confessional, a deep dive, Ray, the news, what you're hoping to play, what you've been playing, I'd say that's a show. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, not really. That's pretty much everything I have to say.
Well, there's something I want to add. Bobby, you're a stalwart of the show. You're the longest serving co-host of the UCP. You've been ill.
Wow, really?
You have to be.
That's crazy. Oh my God.
Don't tell RGT, but you're number 2.
Interesting.
And you are the boss of the Unofficial Controller Podcast USA office.
Yeah, that's wild. Looking forward to the weekly updates.
Well, your credit card spending has got a little bit OTT recently, but I've come to inspect, and the fact that you've rented out the bottom half of the apartment to a dance studio, I see as you trying to make amends, and I appreciate that. All joking aside, you're the longest running co-host of the show. You're a lovable man with lovable energy, and I wish you the best over the next over the next 3 weeks, especially. And then once we've got you nice, safe, cuddle up in a duvet with your hot chicken broth and a game in your hand, I will then feel like mission complete. Then we just got to get you back on your feet and back on the show in a regular rotation again. And I am just channeling everyone's good energy into you.
Thank you, man.
You're a legend. The show wouldn't be here without you. I say it every time. I mean it. I miss you. But obviously, you've got your reasons for being off air, and I think everyone can appreciate, especially after last week. When I felt like Dennis Quaid in a space being driven through your body.
That's hilarious.
And within that though comes sort of genuine fear of like anesthesia and other stuff like that. You're incredibly brave on that episode. You've been brave now, and fingers crossed. Let's just get you to that blissful gaming time ASAP.
Oh man,
and then get you back up and walking and get you back on the show full time as you were. Heck, do you know what? I might even relocate again because I've loved every minute here again. You made me feel very welcome with Eva. I appreciate that. Recording ad hoc as we are, we've thrown a phone down on the floor in front of us. We're sat squatted around it. Probably not the best position for someone with a hernia to be in, but you've made the ultimate sacrifice. You've got down here. We're sat around the phone like a campfire recording this episode. Hopefully the sound quality is good because it's from the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And as I say, for everyone who's listening, we've got an Ashens episode coming up, and we look forward to welcoming all the people that will join us off the back of that and integrate into the Discord. So we're stoked, and we've got some good Christmas content coming up. So it's just, I think we're approaching year 5 of the show, Bobby. Can you believe?
Yeah, it's going. I can't believe how fast it was, man. From hearing this, from seeing the ad on the Instagram, right? Following the Instagram, getting a like from a post, and then sliding in the DMs. Look where we are now.
It's beautiful.
That was incredible, man.
Obviously, as well, to anyone out there, you've got your legacy content of your own show, Bobby's World Podcast, still available for people to download and listen to should they want a slice of life in New York.
Yeah, it's a little raunch, but it's okay.
It is a little raunchy, but what would one expect from a full-grown ass man, New Yorker? So the younger listeners maybe ask mumsy and dad's permission, but the older listeners get straight there.
Mm-hmm. And then the solo shows I'll do here will be just like us, rated G for everybody.
What I love about the solo shows is it's all the magic of Bobby's World Podcast, but wrapped up in UCP rapping,
which is amazing.
And from a personal indulgence sort of experience, I love Bobby's World shows. To have a little bit of a slice of that within the UCP, nothing makes me happier. Every time I walk past a certain place, I always remember you talking about your uncle, and it always takes me back to the story of him telling you he was in the army and he was the model for these soldiers, like the whole thing. I'll never forget microwavable ice cream. I'll never forget some of the things that you said on there. They're, some poignant stuff. So go everyone check that out. In the meantime, go check out the Bobby Solo shows. Also go check out the whole of the New York series, which was absolutely brilliant.
I mean, if you want to really go deep, man, just watch from episode 1. Just look at how it has progressed, which is incredible too.
Well, that's something we took down the first episode. I think we had a pilot and a first episode that we took down. Now I've reworked their quality, and we could put them. I keep meaning to put them back up, almost like a George Lucas style doctored version. So it's like all the CGI's fixed, the voice quality's repaired because we
George Arts instead of Lucas Arts.
George Arts, beautiful. Georgie's parts, but that's something else.
Yeah, or you could do Farmington Productions. Whatever you want, man.
Ponsonbury Productions.
Can be. He could executive produce it.
He could.
He's got the money. He fined me a few times, He's fined everybody.
In the Discord, he's not shy about.
Nope.
He's not shy
Don't
about
break the
letting people
rules.
know. Tone it
Pay up.
down.
Pay up.
Oh, in the meantime, challenge accepted on the Discord. The thing that Digital Monkeys running.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah,
and the
phenomenal.
new announcement
It's
that
good.
it's going to be Mario Kart, even better news.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Can you
That's
see
gonna
a
be
point in
amazing.
time where even I might get involved?
I tried to get involved. I had the idea how to do it. So I have the PS2 emulator that has everything on it. It has all the PS1 games and everything else, 8-bit, 16-bit and down. So I tried it there. It was going fine, but I felt like my jump button wasn't responding like I wanted to. So I downgraded to the Raspberry Pi, which I have everything on there. Still didn't seem like it was clicking. So I went to the Vita, my hacked Vita, and I got it to go. I was doing it. I just couldn't time the jumps correct. I kept trying and trying and trying. But then I was getting too aggravated for some reason. I don't know why. And I just put it down. But if you can time the jumps, like from above, you have to get the speed shoes on top of the twirl loop. And then you have to land on the enemy before the twisty run bridge. If you could time that, you get your 21 seconds. But 22 seconds that they have, that's basically world-class time. So kudos to them.
They're the sort of gamers that we attract to the show.
22 seconds is phenomenal.
And I don't know why they listen to me, because I think I had to go and it ran to like 4 hours. Those that can't podcast, those that can, challenge accepted in the UCP Discord.
That was a good one, man. That was a good one.
It was the other day as well that I noticed that we've abridged Unofficial Controller Podcast down to UCP.
Mm-hmm.
But that could also be YOU, SEE, PEE, UCP. Do I CP? Do UCP? Do they CP? The UCP.
Oh, you know me. You down with UCP?
I like to see P.
Don't we all?
I think there's yes. Well, without it, we'd explode.
Exactly, and die. So
with all that, I think with all that done, I think this is a glorious episode. Probably a good introduction to the mayhem and the kind of. It's all got a leash on it, hasn't it? We've got an intro, we've got an outro, we've got Ray, we've got news. Sometimes we have deeper dive. This week, not much gone on, but we still rocked up, put a show out.
Structured chaos, which was always phenomenal.
The zoo format was made famous by breakfast radio shows. It feels like chaos, but actually it's not.
Nah.
Wow. I'd like to imagine that it was, but it is. It's just chaos. Right. Well, I think that's all we have time for this week. Listeners, always thank you for your time. I look forward to the pleasure of speaking to you again next week. Until then, happy gaming. And remember, there's nothing wrong with being given the unofficial controller. It's what you do with it that counts. See you soon, Bobby.
Peace out.